Hello and welcome to episode 22 of the BitSocket podcast. I am the eternal Scott White.
And I am the never-ending Joe Merrick.
Nice, I like that. We complement each other so well. So this is our usual podcast full of regular features. I suppose they are regular because we repeat them so often.
We just see what works and then just roll with it until it's grind it into the ground.
Yeah, one person says, I quite like that, and we're like, oh, they love it. The people love us. And we keep going until they revile us. So Joe, what games have you been playing?
What games have I been playing? Well, Majora's Mask 3D, which I reviewed last week, the last podcast, and I'm still absolutely loving it. Apart from, as I said in my review, there's all these sort of little changes they did, but the one that really grates on me now is the swimming for Zora Link. I don't know why they changed it, but anyway.
Do you know, the funny thing is that's the bit I've just got to. I've went and got my 7 Zora eggs, and I'm just about to start the
temple. I'm there too.
So, but I think the difference for me is having not really played the original.
Yeah.
I don't have a frame of reference. What I found with it was it's sometimes a wee bit fiddly. I'll be honest, that whole wee bit, because I've played Ocarina of Time so recently. Yeah. It's so similar to what's the name of that fortress?
Oh, the Gerudo Fortress.
Gerudo Fortress. That whole bit is so similar to it that I was kind of finding myself a wee bit like...
Oh, I love that bit though.
It's good, but I found that that whole bit was quite lengthy, and it only had 3 bottles, so I had to go in and get 3 of the eggs, go back,
race the beavers, get the bottle. Did you race the beavers?
No, what beaver?
Oh, you race the beavers, you get another bottle.
Oh, right, well I've got 3.
Oh yeah, I've got 4 now, because you race the beavers, you get another bottle.
Ah, where's the fucking beaver? Like, what beavers?
Up the waterfall.
Up the what? Which waterfall? Right, we'll talk about this later. No, but I mean, I'm loving it. I think the game looks amazing.
Use your sword. What sword?
I've got the gilded sword now.
Yeah, it's good. It's fucking huge, isn't it?
It's huge. It's way too big. Is it better than the Master Sword?
I think it might be.
I keep feeling like Link's really missing a trick in these games.
I know.
Although I will say what's that other one called? Is it the Razor?
The Razor Sword.
The Razor Sword looks cooler. Yeah, it looks way cooler.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Only lasts for 100 hits.
Oh, exactly.
It's like made of...
It's bullshit. It's bullshit sword you've sold me.
It's got the consistency and hardness of a lead pencil.
The thing is, though, imagine you went to a place to get your sword sharpened and they hand you back a completely different looking sword. They're like, I love this sword, it's been handed down from generation to generation. A sacred blade of my people. You hand it over and the guy hands you back something. It's like, mate, what have you done?
It's like, wait, what have you done? Because it looks like...
Is
that my old sword back there behind the counter? No, don't know what you're talking about.
No, mate, sorry. Don't know what you're talking about, mate. I really enjoyed it. I think it looks amazing.
Yeah,
it plays really well. I actually, from your review last week, I agree totally with the Bomber's Notebook.
Oh, yeah.
Because what I've found, and it's actually when I've been texting you about it, it's like, I feel overwhelmed. It's like every time I talk to somebody, it's like, alright, I've got another task. Whereas I think there's probably more organic ways to introduce it. But it's not a bad thing. You don't need to always heed it.
Yeah.
But I think the way it's laid out, it's kind of like, alright, it's like someone's giving you like access to their Outlook calendar. I'm like, alright, good, so they're in this meeting for this duration of Blue Line or whatever. So, but anyway, what else have you been playing? Sorry.
Well, actually, to be honest, I've not been playing much else apart from Ridge Racer. I've been playing Ridge Racer 7 again. I love it.
It's a good game.
I was just back in like Ridge Racer mode, so yeah. I think it was after Ridge Racer or Rad Racer a couple of episodes ago. So what about you? What have you been playing?
Me, well, Majora's Mask. I've been saying, really, really enjoying it. I mean, I think I'm being honest, that's probably been my main game this week. Usually we have 2 weeks between podcasts.
Monster Hunter, you played that?
Monster Hunter, I've been playing. I kind of dip in and out in Monster Hunter. Really enjoying it. Figured out how to set my guild card. No, I didn't know until I actually street passed somebody. I was like, how the fuck have they got a really cool pose? So figured that out. No, I mean, I'm still really enjoying it, but again, I wouldn't really say I've put enough time into it to get a real feel for it. But what I've played's been really good so far.
Well, Monster Hunter 3 was great. I just didn't have enough time eventually. I had a good solid couple of months playing it and I really loved it, but then after that I got busy and I found it too hard to go back to, and I'd love to get Monster Hunter 4, but I just don't have the time to give to it.
I think for me, I'm going to really try and get into the online thing this year, because that's how you really get it.
Well, that's the thing they changed for this game, because the Monster Hunter 3 you had to play locally on 3DS at least. Yeah. On the Wii U you could play online, but now Monster Hunter 4 you can play online, can't you? So,
I mean, a lot of people are saying it's like the best handheld version of it, so I'm really looking forward to getting more time. But no, Majora's Mask, really enjoying that.
So basically 3DS.
Pretty much 3DS.
It's a 3DS
and,
living.
Pokemon Shuffle.
Oh right, I've not played that yet.
Downloaded
Is it
that. Good? It's alright. I don't know. I like how Nintendo, they did this with, was it Steel Diver?
Yeah. As
well. They did the kind of free-to-play version. I don't think it's necessarily bad that Nintendo are doing it, because there's obviously a market for it. but I just don't like that designer game.
Yeah.
And it's quite cute. There's no 3D in it though. It's absolutely not 3D.
Right.
It's just all 2D. There's no, you can't put the 3D slide. You can put it up, but that's fuck all.
Should play an Allison's 2DS then.
I might as well. I mean, it looks okay. And it's the kind of thing that you maybe just throw away some time into it. But there's no option, as far as I'm aware, to just buy the game normally. So say you were enjoying it, but you're like, I don't want to have to buy more gems or wait 30 minutes. There's no option just to say, here's 20 quid, I own this now. But I think using the Pokemon brand, I think it's a sensible thing to do, because kids love that. I just think maybe it's a touch cynical, but then I feel that way about all free-to-play games.
Yeah,
it just leaves me a bit cold. But if it makes Nintendo some sweet money and they can bring out some more faceplates in the UK, I don't really fucking care. So I've got my Monster Hunter.
Cannot wait to go to Japan and just buy all the faceplates they've got.
Man, that's so good.
Fit them all in my suitcase.
Like,
bring the plane down.
Leaving your clothes.
No.
Kim's like, where's that lovely shirt I bought you for going to Japan? I was like, fuck that in the bin, because I needed space for more faceplate.
So, should we get on with the podcast?
We will indeed. Up first, we're going to have our amazing regular feature, 5 Minutes in Heaven with Joe. As you may already be aware, this feature is called 5 Minutes in Heaven with Joe. What we do here is Joe gets to play a wee game for only 5 minutes, and he's got to figure out whether it's good or it's not. So far for this feature this year, we've had Gunman Clive, which was good.
Yeah, it was good.
And we did record a Guilty Gear one, but it was mostly just grunting and I was going, woo! Although I did win, so it doesn't matter.
How can you prove it though?
No, that's a good point. I've got the recordings.
So what are we playing this time?
This time we're going to... This isn't a new game. It is a demo you can download on PS4, and in my opinion... In fact, I'm not going to tell you my opinion. I'm going to jade Joe.
Okay.
I'm going to jade Joe.
Right.
But this is Blue Estate. Which is a kind of light gun style shooting game.
Okay.
On the PS4. So, loaded up here. So, your 5 minutes, Joe, begins now.
Okay. Okay, you aim by moving the DualShock 4. Oh, right, okay. So, swipe on the touchpad in a direction, to perform a gesture. Oh, okay. What am I doing? Right, okay, I've just walked into a sort of triad club and there's a lucky cat and I really want to shoot the lucky cat.
Why do you want to shoot the lucky cat?
Because of course I want to shoot the lucky cat. If House of the Dead teaches anything, if you see a shiny object in the background in a light gun game, you have to shoot it and you get bonus points.
That's a valid point.
Yeah. Okay. I can't do anything. This is just...
There we go.
Oh. Right, okay, R2 shoot. Shoot the lucky cat, I
think you shot the chair the lucky cat was on.
Yes, got it. I got the lucky cat bonus.
Well done.
Right, so gesture, touchpad.
Yeah, every so often his long hair comes down over his face. Imagine that. Imagine playing a game where your hair comes down over your face.
Is that not like, what was it, The Darkness that came out a while ago? That, I can't seem to aim. I can't aim. There's no reticle on the screen. I can't. It's just looking off the screen.
Oh, there we go.
Right, look at the way I'm holding this pad to aim forward.
Joe's having to aim the pad essentially.
How do you centre the pad?
At his knees. I don't know if it gives you an option.
Oh, there must be a way.
Maybe it does, but
it's just cramping my hands.
It's much funnier to watch you aiming the controller at your crotch to fire.
I can't. I just have to go a bit further down. This is ridiculous. Right, wait a minute. I'm going to check the options and see if.
Okay, see if it lets you do it. You're using up precious time.
I know, but it doesn't tell you the controls. Pause. Validate. Is that enter the crosshair? Okay, L1's enter the cross. Center the cross. There we go. That's it.
It'd been so much funnier if you hadn't got that
though. Okay. Right, so I'm shooting out a sort of triad club here. It's all very... Oh, for God's sake.
The game came up with a warning to tell you what was coming up that actually hid a guy that was shooting at you from view.
It's terrible.
Have you ever seen that in a shooting game before?
So this is kind of like, was it Confidential Mission and Virtua Cop? Yeah, so you had the wee sort of meters that were the wee sort of indicators on people telling you when they were going to shoot you, which is pretty cool. This isn't actually that bad. I just don't get the... Now that I've centred the controls, it's a wee bit more fun. Oh. Okay. Meet Bertha Kowalski, formerly employed by the State Senate. Brah, 36k. I sense in a tone here.
Are you really?
Yeah. Right. There's a mermaid and she's shaking her breasts at the camera. And now she's in a big fishbowl. Right, slow motion. I swear to God, like, even without centering it, it does go further down, like, every time.
It is really genuinely funny though. scene
What, me
where you're having to hold the controller.
You get serious hand crap playing this for more than 20 seconds here.
Remember though, to play light gun games before you had to have bought like an expensive peripheral. Nowadays they're like, there's no point in us even trying to bring out light guns because no one buys them anymore.
Well, taking cover.
Again, it's that big instruction on how to take cover.
While
the covering
games,
up while guys were coming to shoot you.
I know, that's
such a weird...
Okay, so it's like Time Crisis now instead of Virtua Co-op. It's just actually not too bad. There's a good appeal here. It would be better if I had a gun instead of a fucking broken aiming mechanism.
But that's the thing, is aiming is so important in a game like this, and how you use the control is so important that ruins the game.
It does.
If you have to constantly be recentering it, then how are you having any fun?
Yeah. Oh,
fucking the guy's hair keeps falling out.
Yeah.
Whose idea was like let's have a clever idea?
Is that not like what El Mariachi or whatever? It's that Robert Rodriguez film. Like, does that not happen all the time to one of the gunmen in that, or am I just making it up?
Well, maybe it does, but it doesn't make it a good game.
I know. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
That cinematic reference doesn't make it a better game. Oh, pick up some health by using the touchpad. Oh, right, okay.
You're getting a wee bit overwhelmed here.
It's funny how it doesn't let you...
You just emptied the whole clip into that pillar. You really showed that pillar.
You know how
boss.
shit I am at most shooting games, right? And that's shooting games with aiming mechanisms that aren't broken.
Yeah.
How come it only lets me duck now and again? Like,
I think you're actually meant to... There's like a special move you're meant to use to get these guys. I don't know if you maybe sped past that, because it seems a bit unfair otherwise.
Oh, my 5 minutes is up. What a shame.
What a shame.
I need to turn it off.
What a gutter. So, Blue Estate. This is the demo. Maybe the final version is amazing. I doubt it.
You know, it's not that bad.
It's honestly...
It's not a great game by any means. It's not as good as like classic... You know, it's not as good as House of the Dead 2 or something like that, but...
It's just rubbish.
It's good.
I think that...
It's not bad,
let's be honest. This type of game, it just doesn't belong in consoles anymore. You know the console it belongs on?
Right.
The Wii.
The Wii
and the Wii U. Why? Because the controller is made for it.
Yeah.
How much fun did you have holding that controller?
No,
tell
right.
me, 1 to 10, how much fun did you have with that controller?
I'd say about 1 or 2.
Right.
No, it's not a terrible game.
No conversation in time is it? It's not a great game. It's not a good game.
I don't understand why it would let me duck sometimes and not others. You know, that just seemed bizarre.
No, I don't know what it was. I think it was just when I tried the demo and it had the kind of woman, like the big mermaid woman and her big swinging breasts, and I was just like, this is just such a weird. Like, I just don't get why. I don't get why. Is that just meant to be funny? And I just don't get it. Fair enough. Maybe some people quite enjoy it and they think, oh, it's funny in a kind of kitsch way, but I just think the whole presentation of it is...
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not...
It doesn't really... It doesn't control well. Does it have a place? Well, the way you were playing it, you were fucking
that's not
waving it at your crotch.
That's not working. Let's go in the opposite direction. Right, yeah, it doesn't work.
Right, so
that's 5 minutes in heaven.
5 minutes in heaven. Is it better than Gunman Clive?
No.
So Gunman Clive is the best game you've played this year for 5 minutes?
Yes, it is, so far.
Bonnie. But the return of one of my favourite features, might not be one of yours, but hey, yes, one we've not done this year.
Okay.
So it's a triumphant 2015 return to Sinister Bottom.
Hey, Sinister Bottom.
Sinister Bottom. So to explain, for anyone who's not heard this feature before, the idea is that I've taken the titles of video games and put them through a thesaurus to create something that hopefully Joe won't be able to guess. The title comes from the fact that people were copying other people's essays at a university and just putting pretty much the whole things through a thesaurus, and instead of Left Behind, it became Sinister Bottom. So I've just nicked that whole scene.
Sinister Bottom.
Okay, so I'm going to start with an easy one.
Go on.
Just to get your muscles moving.
Right.
Get your muscles moving.
Get my Sinister Bottom moving.
Get a Sinister Bottom. A jiggling. The Rule.
The Rule? Okay, so that is the...
Or is it? He put or.
Okay, The Order.
Correct.
Hey.
Okay. I'm trying to think because I've got a really tough one, but I don't want to blow your mind too early.
You know I'm rubbish at this though.
Okay. Here's one.
Okay.
Oral explosion.
Oral or oral?
Oral. A-U-R-A-L.
So oral explosion. Oral. So sound.
I'm not good.
Oh, come on, you need to give me a word. If I get the word right, then...
No.
Okay. Oral explosion. It's going to have to be... Sonic Boom.
Correct. Well done. I was quite pleased with that one. Oral Explosion sounds like a better one.
Oral Explosion.
I played the new Oral game. Oh, it's great. I love Oral the Hedgehog. fan art just popped into existence. As soon as you make up a character from the Sonic canon,
appears on
it just appears on DeviantArt, and it was always there. Okay. Remorseful machinery.
Remorseful machinery.
To be honest, this is a good... I would play a game called that.
Remorseful machinery. Oh, I can't even think.
Are you giving up? Have a sinister bottom?
No, give me another.
Give my bottom a minute. It's just warming up. So I'm tapping the toilet door. Oh, mate, my bottom's just warming up. She's going. She's going. You're scaring her. Fuck. Oh, it's going back in.
Oh, God's sake. Oh, right, no idea.
Remorseful machinery. Guilty.
Guilty. I would never have got that.
That was good.
There's no way I was going to get that.
Okay, I'm going to keep the what I think, in my opinion, is the most difficult one to the last.
Okay.
You'll get this one.
Okay.
Lifeless or viable?
Lifeless or viable? Mm-hmm. Oh, dead or alive?
Correct. I was practicing these on Alison last night. Alison got that one.
That's easy.
Really quickly. That is an easy one.
So now's the hard one, yeah.
Okay. You might get this one, actually. Okay. To be honest, though, I mean,
I'll hope my bottom is ready.
I will say, as a prefix to this, that remember, the thesaurus you use on the internet sometimes comes up with words that you really wouldn't expect.
Okay.
Also, my speech impediment helps me with this.
Right, go on.
Affidavit.
Oh.
Tickle.
What?
So affidavit. Tickle.
Affidavit tickle. What? Tickle.
I said my bottom was ready, but
affidavit tickle. What?
So 2 separate words, not one word, obviously.
So affidavit, testimony, statement. Okay, I'm going to leave the affidavit for now.
Okay.
Tickle. The only word I can think of which means tickle.
Right, we're about to get a glimpse into your psyche right now.
Right. No.
Right.
It's tickle. So I can't think of any other.
Do you play a game called Statement Tickle? Statement Tickle.
Tickle. Tickle. Tease.
Statement tease. Give me that statement. You beast.
Shake. No, it's not shake.
You'll get yourself.
I'll tickle myself. Oh, no idea. Go on. Statement tickle.
Are you ready?
No, testimony tickle. It's not. Yeah.
You're gonna.
Affidavit tickle.
Papers.
Oh,
please.
Oh, right, okay. Tickle, please. I get it.
Yeah.
Statement. No, we're not a statement. Paper. Sorry. Why do I keep on saying statement?
Now for our next feature, is it statement?
Statement on a life.
So you got 1, 2,
I get
3.
2.
3 out of 5.
Did I get 3?
You got Sonic Boom,
The
Order, and Dead or Alive. So 3 out of 5.
That's the best I've ever done. This is the bottom.
I really like that paper space. But you see, when I came up with, I thought that's too difficult.
There's no way I was ever going to get that.
But it's a good feature.
That's good. That's good.
Solid feature. Next time, who knows? We'll go back to Metacritic for the next feature. I do. Back to the fucking. Does any websites even have Metacritic now? Because no one does review scores anymore, do they?
It's fashionable to give it up.
Aye.
Because all the user reviews skew in the system.
Do you know what? I think we should start giving scores to things. Like that feature, 6 out of 10.
Yeah. That was Sinister Bottom, but now it's time for the return of another regular Bit Socket feature. It's Shotgun Top 5, where we try and flummox each other with last minute top 5s. What? Flummox, a good word. So I'm going to flummox you right now.
Wait, I need to get my shotgun warmed up.
I've got both barrels pointing at your face, right? Okay.
Wait a minute. What? Oh, mate.
Wait a minute. Okay, top 5 idle animations.
Top 5 idle animations?
So when you leave your character and it just starts doing stuff by itself.
Right, okay.
So famously, Sonic, taps his foot.
I was going to say, even though no one likes him anymore,
no.
Sonic's tapping.
It's probably his attitude they got him. Nobody likes him. No, I mean his attitude.
No, but it's the amount of.
I don't mean his attitude is he's got attitude. I mean the way he looks at you, like fucking one.
Well, he had Tood That was it.
It had tood.
It's so much tood. Right, so Sonic, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's an idle animation where a guy takes a cigarette out. Which game is it?
I think you might think with Vanquish, but you have to press a button to
You
make
have
that
to press a
happen.
button for that.
So it's not the same.
You've probably picked something that I'm, again, as always, not going to be able to answer the name.
Oh, come on, there's so many.
I know, but I can never remember what games they're from. I remember one where there's a guy holding a sword and he kind of like... I think it's maybe one of the Zelda games. You leave him for a while and he just starts Does he tap the sword off the bottom of his boots or something?
Well, Link does a lot of different things.
He does a bit... Link does a million things.
Yeah, he does. All kind of time, there's loads of different things. He checks his boots, checks his kit, he sort of swings his sword around and checks his shield and all that.
Yeah, right. So we'll go for...
He doesn't smoke a cigarette.
This is smoke a fag. Like, taps a fag off Tingle. Right, so I'm going to go for... So, Sonic, tapping his foot.
Right.
Link and his many idle animations. Just as a winner.
Yeah, right.
In fact, does Kazuma Kiryu not take a cigarette out, actually? Something?
No, you have to press a button.
What?
Oh, wait, no, he does.
Kazuma.
When you're out and about, he does take a cigarette out.
Yeah, so
there we
Big
go.
Kaz
That's
smoking a cigarette, although remember kids not to smoke.
Even though it looks really cool.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when, what was it, the install screen in Metal Gear Solid 4.
It was just
It's
Snake
lots of
having a
Snake
cigarette.
smoking
Yeah.
and then being like, don't smoke, kids. Although we've made it look fucking boss. Right, so I've managed to somehow scrape my way to 3 so far. So let's just try to think. More good idling animation.
If you get really started, I'll give you a clue for one that you...
clue?
Yeah.
The thing is, there's not often, I'll be honest, in games that I leave it long enough to see idle animations. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I tend to
It's one of my favourite things.
play them. It's one of your favourite things to do, but fucking, we've already established that you've got some severe issues. Alright, what's your hint? You've got a hint for one?
Okay, here we go. You ready
Right.
for this?
Okay.
Spaghetti.
Oh, but my nana's dead, Joe. Mario, is it Mario 64?
Yes. He
Yes.
starts chewing about the various different pastas.
Right, okay. I'll take that.
Yeah,
Why the
okay.
fuck not? In fact, actually, I'm sure, I'm pretty sure I'm not making this up, I've not dreamt it. In Luigi's Mansion, 1 or 2, if you leave it, he starts like shaking and kind of mumbling and under his breath. Luigi does sometimes also hum the theme tune to the game as well. So there we go.
That's good, okay.
That'll do.
Right.
That'll
do.
That'll do. That'll do, pig.
That's not a top 5, that's a that'll do 5.
It's not really a shotgun top 5, it was more like, I don't know, one of those potato guns. Potato gun.
Spud gun top 5.
Spud gun top 5. That's a really good one. So number 1, Luigi in Luigi's Mansion.
Right.
Is really cute when he starts to hum
Yeah.
and to kind of talk to himself almost. Number 2, Sonic. Because let's be honest, that's what separated him and Mario was the tood that he had displayed. Number 3,
The rude dude with the tood.
The rude dude with the tood. That's it. You just created another Sonic character. Rude
That's the
Sonic.
next game in the Sonic series is Sonic Rude Dude. Expansion with Dude.
Sonic Rude Boom. Sonic Boom Rude Boom. Fuck numbers on 3, Kazuma Kiryu showing kids that smoking's always cool. Well, it's an 18 rated game, so kids shouldn't be playing it anyway.
Fine, yeah.
But see, if all you kids do buy it, means we'll get Yakuza 0. Buy it. What was one of the ones? Mario, and what the bullshit was the other one? Link. Oh, that feels ashamed to put. No, we'll swap them round. So Link at number 4, Mario number 5. So I really scraped a really piss poor list there together. But, you know what? Fuck it.
did.
So Joe,
Yeah.
see, I like to choose nice, easy ones.
That was an easy one.
Aye,
right?
for you.
Everyone listening to it will have like 10 entries for that.
Shotgun top 5, Joe.
Right.
Top 5 games you would like to see a handheld version of,
Okay.
and on which console?
Do you mean a port of an existing game
Yes.
or a new
A port of an
entry
existing
in the series?
A port of an existing game. So recently, for example, we've had Majora's Mask, we've
Okay.
had Ocarina of Time, we've had pretty much all the Metal Gears apart from 4 and obviously the newest ones.
Am I limited by genre? Because you might just get 5 shmups here.
You're not limited by genre, but I would
Okay.
say only one entry per series.
Okay, Ikaruga.
Ikaruga,
Right.
okay.
On the 3DS.
So you wouldn't want something like that, for example, on a wider screen?
No.
Like, say, would it not suit like something like the...
No, because on the 3DS, you could potentially play it in vertical mode over the two screens.
2 screens?
I mean, it might not.
I would
look
look a bit
the
shite with a
best.
big hinge gap, like a
hinge in
big
the middle.
inch gap. No, that would be bollocks.
Ikaruga on iPhone, actually. There we go. What? Shmups are amazing on iPhone.
Oh, sorry.
What? Shmups are...
Is it not on iPhone?
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No, it's on... Shit, it's actually on phones already. It's on fucking... Android, I'm sure. Ah, well. Right, scrap that. Gradius 5 3DS.
Right, okay. Gradius 5 3DS. Okay.
Gradius 5 3DS. Okay, that's my shmup entry. Yakuza 1. Right. On the PSP. Because it's
just one though, not like 4, 3, just one.
Yeah, Yakuza 1 on the.
Okay.
That's fine. I'd like to have the Genesis of Uncle Kaz in my pocket at all times, and the PSP because PSP.
That's no, you don't want to get caught saying that. I want the Genesis of Uncle Kaz in my pocket.
Let's have a think. Mario Galaxy, but I don't know how that would work with the pointer controls. I think you could probably replace that with stylus controls on the 3DS. So Mario Galaxy on the 3DS, I'd kill for that. I'd kill like real grown men for that.
I honestly think at some point we will see a version of Galaxy 1 or 2 on the, especially the new 3DS. If it can do fucking Xenoblade.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a think.
So you've got 3 so far.
Yep. What games are I like to take with me wherever I go? There's so many though. That's the thing. I'm sort of stumped by how many. Shenmue 3DS again. Because it's just the best console for everything.
Really, occasionally, I mean, the reason I ask that is because, like, I think some of the consoles, like, for example, I think the Vita, for example, has a nice bigger screen. It's a bit brighter.
3DS is just better in general, though.
Okay. So Shenmue
3DS. Okay, so that's 4.
Mm-hmm.
Last one. I want something different, though. Something a bit. Space Channel 5. I'd love Space Channel 5 to take it out with me. And again, I would put that in the PSP.
PSP.
Yeah.
Better sound.
Better sound out of the PSP and the 3DS, I think so. Yeah, check Space Channel 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, I'm not really going to ask you to put them in a specific order.
No.
But if you say, right, what's the one you want now?
Mario Galaxy.
Mario Galaxy on your 3DS?
Just, I'd love to take Mario Galaxy with me everywhere.
Show the sights. So there we go. See, I like choosing a top 5 that says something about you as a person. You like choosing a top 5 that says Scott knows nothing about games.
I thought
you hate me?
No, I thought you'd have a favourite idol animation.
I might have one favourite. Tell me 18 of your favourite.
And now it's time for Is It Canon? The best feature.
That's the best feature. Our number one feature.
Our number one feature featuring on Bootsocket the podcast.
You ever notice that I actually keep it right to the end as well? So you have to toil through all the bullshit.
Yeah, we see what works, see what doesn't work, but then go back to an old faithful, an old classic at the end. So this is It Canon, where we try to fool each other on what is and is not canon in the long-running history of various video games. So, the rules are, as always, if it has appeared in any officially licensed thing, could be a spin-off, could be a fucking t-shirt, if it's got the seal of approval from the original developers, then it's canon. Doesn't matter. Doesn't even matter if it conflicts with other things in the canon. It is still canon.
Okay.
Right? So, we went for a wee fighting game theme for the past few weeks. You did Street Fighter. This time, one close to my heart. Dead or Alive, Is It Canon? Bass Armstrong, the wrestler.
Is that his last name?
Yes.
See, you could have just carried me right there.
Bass Armstrong, Is It Canon? Okay, Bass Armstrong, he's a wrestler.
Yeah.
Tina's old da, right? But what is his wrestling name? Because he doesn't actually go by Bass Armstrong when he's wrestling.
Okay.
Is it Super Armstrong? Is it Handsome Bass? Or is it Mr. Strong?
I'm actually pretty sure it's Mr. Strong.
You sure?
Yes.
You're right, it's canon. Bass Armstrong's wrestling name is Mr. Strong.
No, Handsome Bass is pretty
Handsome
good.
Bass is pretty good. Okay. In Dead or Alive 5, it is revealed that the mastermind behind the whole plot is none other than Rig, the new character, that turns out to be the son of series arch nemesis, Fame Douglas.
Fame Douglas?
First name Fame.
Last name Douglas.
Last name Douglas.
Is that how he introduces himself when you invite him? I'm Fame Douglas. First name Fame. Last name Douglas.
Is it canon?
Alright, is that?
Is that canon?
Yeah, canon. Why not?
It's not canon.
Oh.
Fame Douglas isn't his dad.
Oh, who is?
His dad's actually the real arch nemesis of the series, Donovan.
Is in Transcendental Meditation, David Lynch's pal, Donovan?
No, it's just, his name's Donovan. It's just, that's the baddie, it's Donovan.
Does Donovan know that?
Okay.
Right.
Zack is left for dead when a volcano erupts on his personal island, Zack Island. And his girlfriend Nikki escapes using Zack's last jetpack. Is it canon?
Wait a minute. So Zack has his own island.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And Jeffrey McWild in Virtua Fighter also has his own island.
Yeah.
We're missing a trick here.
I know.
Right, Canon.
That is canon.
That had to be canon.
That's the storyline of Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
I had a story?
I did have a story. The story is that Zach, I mean, I've not even played Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. I was on the Wikipedia here, but the story is that Zach apparently tricks all the women in the Dead or Alive universe into thinking there's a tournament on this island, on his own personal island. So they're stuck there for 2 weeks and they've got to play beach volleyball. So that's.
But do you think he's dead at this point?
No. At the end, basically, the volcano erupts and he's left for dead. I mean, he survives, obviously, but he's.
So wait, what you're saying is Extreme. That game has an end game. It's not just volleyball.
Yeah, that's I know.
Could have fooled me.
Okay,
right.
Donovan. What? Donovan piles all the money and resources made from Doatech's private army and fighting tournaments into his ultimate aim: a pair of sunglasses that lets him steal other people's fighting moves.
No. No. I've seen the movie. Yes, that's canon.
Yes, that's canon. Because Donovan's played by
Eric Roberts.
Yes.
The Eric Roberts.
And you know the rule, don't you?
If Eric Roberts is in it,
it's not a bad film. I mean, it might not be a great film, but if Eric Roberts is in a film, it's not a bad film. It's like Dennis Quaid for me.
Okay. No, fair enough.
Okay.
So is that, how many, am I 3?
You're 3 for 4, I think.
3 for 4, oh right, okay, right. Let's see if
because you got Mr. Strong, you got that one wrong, you got that one right, you got that one.
Okay, right,
yep.
So last one.
Right,
let's do this.
The world-renowned leader and founder of Doatech, Fame Douglas, first name Fame, second name Douglas, is killed by who? Bayman, Brad Wong, or Mr. Strong?
Oh, right, so if he's killed by Mr. Strong, that means he's killed in the wrestling arena. Bayman.
Yep, Bayman kills him. Bayman is an assassin.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
But he's big.
I know.
I mean, I suppose that would make sense. I always liked Bayman's the one with the grab where essentially he breaks the neck.
Yeah, Bayman and Leon, they both have the same.
The funniest, grab in any game. It's just he comes behind him and just snaps the neck.
Bayman's also good because one of his costumes is full scuba gear.
Yeah.
Scuba Bayman.
Scuba Bayman.
I should have made that. What's Fame Douglas killed by? Scuba Bayman. So there we go, 4 for 5.
I'm really not proud that I seem to know that much about the Dead or Alive. Canon. Promise you though, I only play it for the articles of clothing.
So now it's the traditional end of the podcast where we talk to you, the listeners.
We're listening.
So this time Scott asked, you're given control of a video game company for one day. Which company and what would you do?
That's right. So it's what company essentially take over and what groundbreaking changes would you try and introduce in that one day, the one day that you're in.
Facebook first. So Dave Ryden Tony Tornado, that's his name.
Good name.
He says IDOS, and I'd start a reboot for the Soul Reaver franchise. It's close to your heart.
I don't want a reboot. No. I want Soul Reaver 4. I want Link's again.
Yeah, because
I want the next game.
Defiance ended in a wee cliffhanger, didn't it? Almost.
Well, it definitely ended with the right, let's see what happens next.
Yeah.
But no, if they're not released like some squad-based shooting game or something.
Doesn't count.
Thank you.
Phil Doyle, serious answer, Nintendo. I will poach a load of people from Apple to sort out the console UI storefront to sort everything out. Now, I don't get this. See folk that say the stores are rubbish and stuff like that. I think it's the best one. It's got the best music.
It's got the best music. No doubt. I think it's maybe just not as clear as it could be. And I do agree. I think that certainly the one in the 3DS, there's so many bits to it. I think they could really simplify it down.
It's better than what they did to you see the PlayStation one.
I know.
It's a mess.
No, it's awful.
Remember the old one was perfect, and then they changed it for this thing that just.
I know it is. Yeah. I think that's maybe. I've not actually seen the store for the Xbox One.
Yeah,
but the stores for a lot of consoles. I think iTunes does it best, to be honest, in terms of how you interface with it on your device. Okay,
and slightly non-serious, Sega, and I will farm out and raid their back catalogue to other developers. Well, quite a lot of people are saying that about Sega, actually. But
almost like people don't think Sega.
But here's the thing.
Anymore.
He says action stuff to Platinum, Shenmue to Yu Suzuki to see what happens. But here's we go. Driving to whoever it was who did the modern Outrun games. It was Sega that made them. This is a common misconception here. Sumo didn't make Outrun 2. They just ported it. Yeah. So they didn't make it.
Right, calm down. Calm the ham.
Nathan McIntosh, Capcom. I commissioned God Hand 2. and demanded to be a sandbox punch fuck out of everyone's simulator.
That'd be good.
So it's pretty much Yakuza.
Pretty much, but harder.
Laura Rice Quinn, Sega, get Ulala out of stasis, yes! Space Jam 5. And Greenlight Shadow Boom.
I don't think that's... I don't think we don't need Shadow Boom.
So that's Facebook.
End of days.
What did Twitter say?
Right, so, moving on to Twitter. So, and we've got a few of these where we get... A few companies do appear again and again. But up first, we've got Hamato Yoshi, 22 cans.
Oh.
So, Peter Molyneux's...
Beleaguered studio.
Beleaguered, controversial studio, and just says, shut it down. So, bit harsh.
There we
But
go.
everyone's entitled to their own opinion. We've got Old Dad Jim, big Jim from Video Gamer.
Let me guess here.
Well, he's sent us two. The first one was he'd take control of BitSocket and bring them finally to justice. But they'll never find the bodies. But he does say he would also take over Bethesda,
Right.
Greenlight, Elder Scrolls. Now this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, etc. So...
But see, if they were all the same size as Skyrim, you'd fucking die before you finish them.
You wouldn't be, you'd be saying to your kids, like, right,
Yeah.
I've pre-ordered these Elder Scrolls games through these websites.
Play them for me, son.
Play them for me. I love you. Alice Scott, Konami, so I could stop them from spitting on the grave of Silent Hill.
Because, I mean, Silent Hill, they've released a lot of shiters, but the new one has got Hideo Kojima.
I
so-
suppose, but the jury's out on that one a wee bit, because we need to see if it will actually follow the same kind of atmosphere
Yeah.
as Silent Hill. But I can kind of see that, though. I think they have really, and especially remember the HD ports they did of Silent Hill as well. It was just a bit guff.
Yeah.
So, because it felt like that, for example, when they did, because it was different companies that did them, I'm sure. But I mean, the Metal Gear Solid HD collection was
Yeah.
definitive. It's what you want an HD collection to be. You want it to be right. I can get rid of these other ones now.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
got this.
Yeah.
Whereas the Silent Hill ones were definitely. I mean, I think they kept patching them to make
They're
them better.
still
but
not great.
when you're having to spend money on something from the shop,
Yeah.
and they have to then keep patching it to make it better.
Yeah.
Don't agree with that. Josh Crow, Irrational Games. So I can take Bioshock Infinite and make a game out of that evokes more than a dismayed sigh out of me. Can't complain about that. I don't know if there's anyone still working at Irrational Games. Did they not like heavily like sack most of the folk or something? I could be wrong though.
It was a highly irrational move.
Just Jimmy from Soft and make him re-release the Souls game on the Wii U.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, I'll be honest. It's probably not much of a market. I don't think you're going to make any money out of that.
No.
But good work. Bongo Man, Insomniac.
That's just the way you said that. Though.
Bongo Man.
Bongo Man.
Insomniac, so I could put a Bobby on Ratchet and whack a set of tits on Clank. Look forward to the reboot. Thing was though, that's one of the few answers that is just like totally. I'll do what the fuck I want. Everyone else is quite sensible.
It's quite sensible.
But I quite like
That's
that.
good.
Captain Fluffkin, Nintendo, and I create a cross-platform account system.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. So it is, and I just don't get why Nintendo still haven't done the whole like right, buy it, download it on this console. Oh bang, you've got it on your 3DS. They keep doing this kind of like, for example, for Shantae and Shovel Knight. It's like buy it on one of our consoles, then it'll only be £8 on the other console.
They are doing one that's cross-buy though.
Are they actually doing one now?
I forget what it was, but they are doing a cross-buy game.
Chris Booth, Platinum Games. I would let them make whatever the hell they wanted. Wouldn't mind seeing a sequel to Vanquish 2.
A sequel to Vanquish 2?
Yeah, so Vanquish 3.
Vanquish 3.
That's we joke there.
Oh.
Jim the Schoolgirl. I'd take control of Square Enix and divert all the resources from Final Fantasy towards the glorious resurrection of Tactics Ogre.
Oh, okay.
I've never played. I really should.
Yeah,
I hear
I'd love to.
lots of good things.
Yeah.
Matthew Castle. I'd reanimate the corpse of Sing and get them into the episodic adventure business and commission the next Kyle Hyde game too. Now Sing, the other company that made Hotel Dusk,
Right, that's what I thought.
and Little King Story as well,
Okay.
I believe. So I think that'd probably be quite a good fit.
Yeah.
So like I'd like a kind of episodic games like that on the 3DS. Like I mean, I suppose it's kind of what they did when they released Ace Attorney on iOS. It's not really episodic, but they made it so you could download case 1, case 2.
Yeah.
I don't think necessarily that's a bad format.
No, it's good.
I mean, especially if
listen,
Phoenix Wright, it would work.
Ghost Trick as well for iOS. You got the first
Exactly.
2 chapters free, and then you just bought more chapters, or the whole thing if you wanted. And it was a perfect, because it's a perfect length of a demo to give you a good,
And especially something like, for example, Hotel Dusk, which could probably get split up like that. I think it'd be an interesting alternative to the way they get. Because I mean, a lot of episodic games now, they're all the Telltale game series, and I don't know. I like them a bit. I mean, they're good, but I'd like something, I don't know, a bit more polished.
Yeah.
And I think maybe something more like that kind of the kind of Japanese novel style game would work really well for that, especially on the 3DS and the Vita as well, I suppose. Graham White, I'd been in control of Valve and I'd publicly cancel Half-Life 3. Not great, but at least I'd give the nerds closure. I think Graham's really taken one for the team there.
Yeah, I think he is.
He's Batman at the end of Dark Knight.
He's the hero that we need right now.
But not the one we want. Aaron would take over Lionhead. Black and White 3 would get made and you'd be able to choose Peter Molyneux as a creature just to slap the fuck out of him. Poor Peter Molyneux.
Poor Peter Molyneux.
I know, tide's turning. Tide's turning, Peter. Bitsocket fully... No, we don't.
No, we don't.
No,
fucking no, we don't. No, we do not.
William Reed, Nintendo. I'd make myself a one-of-a-kind Reggie Fils-Ami amiibo. Never to release the public. You know that fucking cunt's got one though. You know he's got an amiibo with his own face. He puts it on any console and it just goes... Just shuts down. Jim, Intelligent Systems. Get him to do Advance Wars 3DS. It's about bloody time. It is about bloody time. Because it is really... What's going on there, man? Stu, Telltale Games. Get them to sort out their fucking game engine. 100%.
Oh, yes.
I think it is. It's
you really fell out with
it's the reason I've not bought any
Dead.
since, to be honest, because I think in lots of aspects their games are really good fun, but some of the games are so fucking glitchy.
Yeah.
And they just
really
don't...
puts you off, doesn't it?
Aye, it's just... aye, it does. It really does.
It really does.
Right. A few more for killing off Sonic the Hedgehog.
But the thing is, you know what? I mean, if you'd asked me that 10 years ago, I would say, no, I
If
don't
you'd asked me
love him.
that 20 years ago.
But nowadays, I'm thinking, you know what? Fucking just
Maybe they need to
erase him from history because he's a fucking blight.
Ian B. Simpson, Squaresoft, a new version of Final Fantasy VII that is much more than just a reskin, but no voice acting or undub only.
Okay.
Fair enough. He's in control of the company.
Yeah, you can do whatever he wants, yeah.
Thomas Streamer, Konami, shock as Tom Waits replaces Keith Sutherland as the voice of Snake, a snake who likes to sing song. That'd be good. I'd play that, definitely. Mark McLeod, Naughty Dog, and get a new Crash trilogy on the go.
Okay, everybody wants that.
Everyone, that's what they've been clamouring for. And Liam Megson, he'd get Valve and acquire Shenmue and The Last Guardian to bury everyone's hopes and dreams of finished trilogies once and for all. Imagine that.
That's really
Valve,
that's quite cruel.
the trilogy killer.
A trilogy killer, yeah.
Right, okay. So, Joe, what company would you take over for a date and what would you do?
Well, the obvious one is Sega and just, right the ship there because they're sort of going... crashed into the cliffs right now. I think probably... I'm going to go with Sega. Okay. And I'm going to do what the fans want. It might back up the company, but Jet Set Radio 3, Shenmue 3, all the threes.
Would you get all the Yakuzas?
All the Yakuzas.
Localised?
Yep.
Would you get disc copies of them all done?
Of course, aye.
Nice.
Big box.
Yeah, so you're going to be shutting down Sega.
Yeah, but essentially I was shutting down Sega, but
Yeah.
it'll go out in a high. Better to burn out than fade away.
For me, I'm going to do the one that no one said, Sony.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to just go into the Vita department and be like, right guys, what's going on here? No, I think it would. I think for me, it would probably be Sony, because I think Nintendo are doing pretty much everything they need to be doing. Microsoft are doing their own thing. I think Sony, like obviously PS4 is doing great guns. I just feel a bit sorry for the Vita. I feel like all it is just a port machine now. It's like, oh, here's an HD port of this, here's an HD port of that. It's like, I think they really should be trying to farm it and try and get some interesting, vibrant games on it. Not just selling the Vita as an accessory.
Is the PS4 doing great guns though? Because there's not really much for it, really.
It's selling well though.
I know, it's selling
Folk
well,
are buying the console.
It's inexplicable how well it's selling. I mean, I've got one.
It's mad.
And I fucking hate it. It's terrible.
You don't hate it, but it's a future machine. But it feels like the Vita. I mean, I'll be honest. See, because of the 3DS right now, I have not turned on my Vita for 4 months. It's just sat in the bedroom doing fuck all.
Yeah.
Because there's just nothing coming for it. There's nothing that's made me think, oh. And the Vita at one point had all these Japanese games are coming out, or they were porting loads of games, making it quite an interesting wee curiosity machine. But fucking compare a nice wee curiosity to fucking Majora's Mask, Monster Hunter, all these amazing games. Garmin and Clive too. Aye, where are those games on the Vita?
Yeah.
And you can say, oh well, there's this game. There's nothing vital on the Vita. To be honest, there's nothing that would make me say, if someone turns around and said, right, I've got the cash, £200 cash in my hand right now. Am I going for this Vita? Or am I going for the 3DS? A wee while ago, if you'd maybe asked me, maybe about a year ago, I'd be like, oh well, if you like this kind of game, like, honestly now, I'd say a 3DS. I wouldn't even bother talking about the Vita because it's stagnating a wee bit. I think it's been stagnating for a while, and maybe you get into Sony, you can like how can we turn this around? How can we make this feel as important to own as a 3DS does, or as the PS4 obviously is for so many folk. That's the end of the BitSocket podcast, episode number 22. I'm calling it now. This episode is called Fame Douglas.
Yep, thanks for listening to the podcast. As always, you can go on iTunes and you can rate us and you can review us if you like.
And subscribe.
Every little helps. Also, the BitSocket podcast is now on YouTube as well.
Yep, you can find us at youtube.com/bitsocket.
And at our website, bit-socket.com.
We've got videos that have gone up. All the podcasts have gone up as videos recently. We're just about to actually, once we finish doing this, record a video.
Yay.
The first video I'm going to be in of this year.
Yep.
Can you believe that?
Yep.
I bet you can. And have we got anything else coming up?
Follow us on Twitter, BitSocket. Facebook/BitSocket.
We're just everything BitSocket.
Yeah, everything BitSocket.
If you carve BitSocket into your arm with a bread knife, which I can't advise to, but if you do it,
we might still be there.
We will be there
we'll be there under your
We'll
skin.
be there to help tight. We'll be there under your skin.
Yeah, just like poking out.
Just a big eye. So that's Scott's big eye and his pointy nose. I feel kind of ill. Keep BitSocketing. Are you not going to fucking say it?
Unless we get it right first time, I just let you to say
just
it.
say it. Alright.
Keep BitSocketing. Oh, we did it.
I like the first one best.
Spaghetti. 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 Spaghetti.